suitcase full of storms, leather coat flapping like a crow that's been reborn. I ain't no choir angel, but I fly 'em through the night. Politicians made men, sinners hiding from the light. They climb aboard my jet like they're stepping into grace, but every soul I carry's got a shadow on its face. I don't judge the stories, I just keep the engines warm, 'cause the sky forgives the wicked when the world can't take their form. I wear a jet black halo when I'm rising off the ground, moving VIPs and secrets where they'll never be found. From the coastlines to the mountains, through the thunder and the cold, I'm the pilot of the quiet, flying fortunes, bought and sold. Got a senator tonight who swears he's clean as winter rain, but his briefcase hums like trouble, trying hard to change its name. Next to him a wise old capo hums a lullaby of sin, says the sky's the only place a guilty man can breathe again. I lock the cabin door and let the engine start to moan. Every mile a confession, every cloud a stepping stone. They trust me 'cause I'm loyal, they trust me 'cause I'm paid, but mostly 'cause I'm quiet and I keep the deals they've made. I wear a jet black halo when I'm rising off the ground, moving VIPs and secrets where they'll never be found. From the coastlines to the mountains, through the thunder and the cold, I'm the pilot of the quiet, flying fortunes, bought and sold. Oh, the sky don't lie. Oh, it just lets you fly. Leave your sins below. Let the dark winds blow. One night a frightened rookie sits there trembling in the blue, says he crossed the wrong man's brother and he doesn't know what to do. I tell him, kid, the sky's a mirror, shows you who you really are. Then I bank us through the lightning like I'm driving God's own car. We land in some forgotten strip where the desert meets the sea. He steps out with a new name and a chance to finally breathe. I watch him fade to nothing as the sunrise paints the sand. Then I throttle up the engines, got more ghosts to move again. I wear a jet black halo when I'm rising off the ground, moving VIPs and secrets where they'll never be found. From the coastlines to the mountains, through the thunder and the cold, I'm the pilot of the quiet, flying fortunes, bought and sold. Up here, nobody's clean. Up here, everybody flies.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. It is my first Linux stream. I do seriously hope it goes well, but we will find out, won't we? I have invited Kineas, fellow YouTuber, to join. He probably won't, but that's fine. That is his free will. I know not where I'm flying today. This is more of a test and stability stream than anything else. So we'll see how it goes. Anything can happen. The game could crash. Frame rates could drop to essentially nothing, or who knows what else. It could go terribly wrong, but we'll find out. Let's see. Let's just zoom in here to Texas. I don't think I've ever flown out of Corpus Christi. Set that as a departure. That sounds interesting. What, New Orleans? Fly to New Orleans? Definitely do that. I do not know what the main airport. Armstrong? Okay. Let's see. We got here. 20. Let's go 22. 4. There we go. That's not bad. Point me in the right direction. You know what? Hang on just a moment. Need to move some screens around here. Ooh, swapperoo. Okay. Let's see how we're looking here. $11. Yeah, that's not bad. Awesome. About an hour and a half flight. We are flying the PC-24 today. Still trying to get a handle on that. I'm getting better with it. There is something I did want to check real quick. Yes. Okay. All right, let's hit it. Now you'll have to let me know how the volumes are, things of that nature. Sometimes they're a little hard to narrow down when you're in testing phases and things like that. So if my mic is off or if the game volume's low, just speak up in chat and we'll do our best to correct the issue.
Clear for takeoff runway 4. Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014.
Sounds good? Sweet. Appreciate it. Giving it the beans. I hope this runway is long enough. Should be. Barely. Flaps.
Navy Corpus Tower. Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014. Continue for north departure. Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014. Leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved. Navy Corpus Tower. Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014. Frequency change. Approach. Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014 is type the latest PC-24. 2 miles northeast of Kilo Zulu 5 Juliet Oscar, 2100. Request flight following.
Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014. Approach. Walk 6134.
What,
Walk 6134. Hazard Hotel Charlie
Hazard
Alpha
Hotel Charlie Alpha
1014.
1014. Radar contact 4 miles northeast of Kilo Zulu 5.
well, they got my altitude super low.
Altimeter 292.
Roger. Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014.
Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014. Contact approach on 125.4. Good day.
Well, that frame loss was not good.
Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014.
Exorbitant frame loss. Okay. We have restabilized. Just cruising. Hope everybody's Monday is going well. Okay, so seem to have restabilized, which is good. Started off a bit started off good, and then it kind of went downhill, and now we're back in a good place, I think. So as long as it stays like this for the rest of the stream, we'll see how landing goes. Typically, as you get closer to land or a major airport, you start to render more things, and we'll find out if I start having more frame issues or something like that. We'll see how it goes. So far the game plays very well on my end anyway. It looks fantastic. It's just getting the Linux-based OBS quirks worked out. Might have to work through some different graphical settings because, you know, I'm not running standard graphics drivers. I'm running the Linux Mesa, so we'll see how it goes. One thing that may cause issues is the inability to cache graphics and it constantly streaming in data, which may change how the game streams out. Whereas on my Windows setup, it wasn't set up that way. I had a very large cache that it could pull from or download to over time. And majority of the content was downloaded. Basically 95% of it was on board. We may get moments where I drop a few frames every now and then because of that. I'm not entirely sure. Hence the testing. Oh yeah, what was that button? Let's see if that button works. Me and Kenny's figured out that they changed the altimeter borrow button from B to comma. Because this plane does not have an altimeter option. Everything else in this plane is great, except for that. Okay. Status update. As of right now, about every couple minutes. Okay. Let's try this again. Status update. Not 100% satisfied. I'm a little upset. I'm not gonna lie. Playing awesome on Linux. I will throw that out there. So if you're thinking about playing games on Linux, this is awesome. Works great. Streaming, on the other hand, seems a bit shaky. Inconsistent. Every couple minutes I seem to drop 100 frames or so, which is quite bothersome. But again, I'm wondering if that has to do with the caching of textures, and the main problem with that, I guess, is I'm not able to set the cache file or cache amount as far as size in the settings. I made a special file just for it. I set the permission so the game should be able to read right to it. But it won't save in the settings. It keeps falling back, and I can actually show you. Go into online. It keeps wanting to fall back to a Windows defaulted path, which is not great. And if I'm quiet, it's because I'm studying the stats of this stream very intently. I do also have this odd theory that you're more likely to drop frames later in the evening when streaming to YouTube because of the congestion on the network. That's just some dumb theory I have. Probably not realistic at all. If you're just tuning in, checking it out, if you have access to comments or live chat, I would love your input. If you have any tips, tricks, graphical questions, comments, concerns, I would love to hear it. Got some more frame loss there. We are sitting at 1.8% loss. $1,182 frames lost. But that's all network frames. Zero rendering and encoding lag. So really it's packet loss between OBS and YouTube is what that is. Pardon me while I have a little chat with the GPT. Terrible. Let's see, we are 21 to 22 minutes. $1,539 network frames lost. No encoding or rendering loss. Um, so here's the interesting part about Linux. I can actually check for latency or packet loss through the terminal. So while I run this, we may see some dropped frames. Not entirely sure how this works. "64 bytes continuous time." Average of 30 milliseconds. I really don't know what to do with that information. Okay. I can also ping Google's DNS 8.8.8.8. Same 64 bytes, average 15 milliseconds. It's like a wave. Goes up and down. Lows of 5, 6. Peaks of 15 or so. Okay. But it's steady, so I'm not seeing latency jumps. So the latency would be the milliseconds. So if it jumped from like that what did I say? 15 milliseconds or something like that. I ping YouTube again. Yeah, so between 30, 34. It's fairly consistent. So if I was seeing jumps in the time, say from that average number to like hundreds, you know, that would inform me that there's a problem between my OBS and YouTube and packet loss, but I'm not seeing that, which is interesting. Okay. See, I don't think you can do that on Windows, can you? I know Windows has a terminal, but can you ping websites or DNS servers through the terminal on Windows? Does anybody know that? Is that a feature? I've never heard of that. No comment? Nobody knows? Okay. Okay, so bring back my console. Let's run this. Check for NIC errors while streaming. Okay. This is interesting. What is... Something's red. Hold on. Oh, wait. Ah. None of that's helpful though, so that's fun. Not using dynamic bitrate because that sucks. It has a poor recovery time, if anybody's familiar with what I'm trying to convey. It seems quick in bitrate drop, but slow to recover to a stable higher bitrate. So the stream looks crappier for longer, right? Wow. Interesting. The only recommendation that I'm seeing so far is to use dynamic bitrate, but I hate dynamic bitrate. What is that option? I've never heard of that. So settings. Where's that? What? I don't have that setting. What does that mean? In OBS settings, advanced network, enable network optimizations. Is that turned on? I don't have that to turn it on. See, and that's one big difference between like Windows and Linux is the version of OBS on Linux seems to be very different than the Windows version. There's settings that don't exist. Some settings are completely different, especially when it comes to like the encoders and stuff like that, because it's not running like standard NVIDIA or Radeon graphics. So you'll have to deal with that. Sorry, I'm. Oh, there's some comments I'm missing. Hang on. Is performance good for this game on Linux? Yes. If you're playing this game on Linux, it is awesome. I haven't had a single problem playing this game. The only stipulation is when you go into Steam, you have to click on the little gear icon and you have to go to compatibility, and I'm currently running on the Proton Experimental because the newest standard version, which is like 9 point something or other, would not let the game boot. Yes, I am. And the Linux that I am currently playing this on is called Catchy OS. If you go to ProtonDB, the Proton database website, and you scroll through a lot of the success rates that people have had with this game on Linux, the majority of them are on this particular operating system. Very cool. Very cool, yeah. I will say the game seems to boot up faster. And it seems a little bit more responsive. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that Windows is so bloated and you have so much crap happening in the background with like other drivers and programs and Windows Update constantly pinging shit. It's just bogging the system down. So I thought I would try this and see how well it works. And so far, it works well. I just need to iron out some of the streaming aspects of it. As of right now, we seem fairly stable in the network frame loss. The encoder and rendering lag is still 0, which is awesome. That's great. Sorry, I'm currently scrolling through ChatGPT to try and figure out what can be done about the network loss. So we've pinged the YouTube DNS. There's no packet loss or extreme jumps in lag there. I have pinged the YouTube server or website itself, same result. So I'm not sure what is causing the random, and they're not huge jumps, they're like between 1 and 200 frames every couple minutes. It hasn't happened in 10 minutes though, roughly. So far, all the planes that I have flown have all worked, yes. Yeah, a real game in Linux, can you believe it? Yeah, so milk copy. If you're seriously thinking about switching to Linux, um, now here's where I have some bad news for you, Milk. If you go through a lot of the complaints about this game on Linux, you will find out that peripherals like yokes and pedals and things of that nature do not work all that well or at all. On the other hand, my Xbox controller, perfect. Yeah, major sigh. Major sigh. But you do get the Microsoft 360 or Xbox controller that works flawlessly. So what I'm hoping is if, say, Honeycomb actually pulls their head out of their backside and releases more of their, I forget what that controller's called. It's got the four. It looks a lot like the 360 controller, but it's got the four levers on it and extra buttons and stuff for flight simulators. If they make some of those, I would hope that thing works. It runs great. Other than like if you're super heavy into peripherals, yokes, and pedals and stuff like that, I wouldn't switch for that because that may not work. But and Kubuntu, as far as I know, uses a slightly different kernel and back-end setup, and that can have a lot to do with having peripherals work or not. So Catchy OS that I'm currently using, it's built off of Arch Linux. And I don't believe Kubuntu is built off of Arch. I believe that's like a Fedora branch, I believe. Am I right? Debian. Ah, yeah. So that's probably why there's a little bit more success with Kubuntu and peripherals like yokes and things like that. Now, what you could do is take like Kubuntu or your favorite Linux distro and swap out the Mesa, I believe they refer to it as a kernel extension or something like that, and make sure that's up to date, and then change the kernel as well, and it would totally break it. You could technically do that with any distro, as far as I know. I'm not that deep into Linux, so I don't know how to do that, but like I probably could go into the back end of Catchy and change the kernel, but it would probably break about half the system since the rest of it is built off of Arch. A lot of people don't like Arch because it's a little bit more, oh, how to put it? complex. It doesn't use standard package installs and things of that nature, so it's a little bit more complicated to maneuver, get around, work through, things like that. I've used a bunch of different Linux versions over the years. I did enjoy Kubuntu quite a bit when I tinkered with it for a couple weeks. I will throw that out there. Before I settled on this one, I actually had Bazite installed. I switched off of Bazite because there seemed to be a bit more success on Catchy versus Bazite. But most of that came down to the fact that Catchy had the updated Mesa backend, where Bazite had an older version. That's silly. It's really silly. I did those ping tests, and I have not lost any network frames since I did those ping tests. I highly doubt that had anything to do with it. I don't know how doing those ping tests would affect losing frames, but maybe I kicked YouTube in the backside by doing those ping tests, and it's like, fine. Makes no sense. But now that I said that, it's probably going to drop some more frames. We'll see how this performs as I come in for land. I may lose some more frames there. But still no rendering or encoding lag. Very good sign. Mesa and Proton does so well. I'm amazed. Yeah, the closer you are to the ground, performance tends to drop off a bit, doesn't it? But we'll see how it does. It seemed most of my network frame loss was as I took off and approached altitude. So I may get some more, so be aware, as we start lowering down in altitude and landing. So if there's some buffering that happens, I apologize. We're almost there. Sort of. Another couple minutes. And if I crash this plane, it's because I'm still trying to get used to even flying it. I'm used to flying like twin engine prop or turboprop planes, like the King Air 350i. I really enjoy that plane a lot. I'm almost always flying that. But I want to get good at small private jets like this one. I forget the name of this one. It's the, what am I flying? Pilatus PC-24. Yes, yes. If only it had a working Boro. I don't understand how they can build such a nice plane and have all the functions on the screen work, and it's like almost perfect, but they just like said F it with the Boro knob. I don't get that. The King Air is super fun in 24. You should give it a try. The only problem that I have seen with it that kind of bothers me is it does not cast a shadow on the ground. It drives me insane. I don't know why. Like, how can you overlook the shadow of a plane? Just like this plane. How do you not have a Boro? I shouldn't call it the Boro, it's the altimeter. It's a very random issue, isn't it? I will just throw this out, but this has nothing to do with the game, okay? Just kind of a self-promotion here. I have a secondary channel, Hazardous FLT Music. If anybody's interested in checking out my music, you can go there, check it out. You don't have to. I make all sorts of stuff. Country, synthwave, jazz, all sorts of stuff. I'm all over the place. I don't have a particular genre. And periodically I do play music in my streams, but I do not always do that. And the reason why is because a lot of people like to talk about and hear the planes. I will put a link of it up. I have a lot of music. I'm working on getting it. Here's a link for you guys. I'm working on getting it uploaded, but since I was moving to Linux and I was kind of focused on that, I kind of haven't put anything up in the last week or so. It'll take some time to get it all up there. I am running Microsoft Flight Simulator on Linux. Yes, sir. And I just lost some more network frames. It's the one thing I need to iron out is the network frame loss. But we'll get it eventually. I do not have any add-ons, and unlike Windows, I'm not able to set a cache, so it's streaming everything in. And I don't have any of the content installed. It's all being streamed in. Mainly because I don't have a secondary drive like I did before, because I'm using it for Linux, to store it all on. So we'll get there. Performance is awesome. Steady frames per second, quick boot up, no complaints. The only thing I will warn, do not. So when you pull up your EFB here, do not turn this into a separate window. If you do, the game goes bye-bye. Okay? That is a very common and known problem with this game on Linux. I have not tested it myself, but every single post that I have seen about this game says do not do that. Do not click that button or it goes bye-bye. And I did bring this up earlier. Peripherals may be an issue depending on what Linux you're using. On this version, or this distro that I currently have installed, Catchy OS, they do not work very well. And it's kind of a toss-up whether they even work at all. Somebody did say in the comments a little bit earlier that Kubuntu seems to have a little bit better luck with peripherals, especially with Truck Simulator. So if you're into that game, which I currently have, but it's not installed. And I do have a steering wheel, but I don't ever use it. I could try it. On my Windows install, I do have Bush Talk installed, and everything is installed locally. So let's see here. This plane does have auto throttle, which is sweet. On my Windows streaming setup, I do typically have comments displayed on screen, but I don't have access to Stream Elements OBS on Linux. I have to use the standard OBS. I'm not dropping fast enough. Nosedive. I should have started my descent a lot sooner. Hey, it's yo mama. What's up, yo mom? I'm gonna have to do a loop and come back around. Because that is the runway. This is not happening. Hold on. Turn off. Turn off. Turn off. Turn off. Going manual. Let's see if I can get down low enough.
New Orleans Tower, Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014 is 5 miles west, 6600 with Mike to land.
Overspeed.
Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014, New Orleans Tower. Altimeter 2992. Make straight in runway 11.
Oh boy.
Overspeed.
Sink rate. Terrain ahead.
Overspeed.
Pull up.
Overspeed.
Terrain ahead.
Overspeed.
Pull up.
Overspeed.
Terrain ahead.
Overspeed.
Pull up.
Overspeed.
Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain
Sink
ahead.
rate.
Pull
Sink
up.
rate.
I'm going so
ahead.
fast.
Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014. Acknowledge last transmission.
Terrain ahead.
Overspeed.
Pull up.
Overspeed.
Terrain
100.
ahead. Pull
Overspeed.
up. 5
Overspeed.
terrain ahead. Pull up.
Brakes! Holy crap. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Holy crap.
Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014. Did you hear my last transmission?
Parking brake. Holy hell, I cannot believe I just acknowledged.
Make straight in runway 11. Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014.
Ah!
Hazard Hotel Charlie
Wow.
Alpha 1014. You were not cleared to land. Clear the runway.
I already landed, so that's neither here or there. So
Delta Tree 1 Tree 2. Turn next taxiway.
uh-huh. All right.
Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014. ATC services terminated. Good day.
It did work. I did lose some network frames though. Couple hundred.
Delta Tree 1 Tree 2.
I landed without flaps and negative trim.
Delta Tree 1 Tree 2. Exit runway when able.
I'm working on it. Relax, ATC.
Delta Tree 1 Tree 2. Exit runway when able.
Ground service to parking, please.
New Orleans ground. Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014. Taxi parking.
Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014. Taxi to General Aviation parking via taxiway Alpha Charlie.
Uh-huh.
Taxi to fuel. Hazard Hotel Charlie
Okay.
Alpha 1014.
All right. Viewer choice. Do we go for another flight or? Or come back on Wednesday at my scheduled time and see how that one goes. God, where's it have me going? To the back door?
American 2061, hold position. Caution the Airbus A220 on the runway. Hold position. American 2061.
Okay, engine shut down. Success, I guess. Not the greatest landing, but I didn't crash. All right. Do I go for another flight or come back on my scheduled time? Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3:30 p.m. Mountain Time every time, so long as life cooperates. Oh yeah, 2024's got all the zoomies. If that's what we want to call 'em, the zoomies. Let's see. Should we pick somewhere else? See if I can do a better job landing somewhere. Oh yeah. And speaking of not being able to afford things, I was watching something, some nerd news thing on YouTube. I think it was yesterday or the day before. And they were talking about the RAM crisis and how technically it's just getting started and they're going to double again. And then they got into talking about CPUs and how they are now going up. And I don't pay a whole lot of attention to it because I'm already priced out of the market, so there's no real point in paying attention to something you can't afford, right? But I had no idea that the prices of CPUs are now almost to the point of double what they were. Focus. Focus. There we go. Bring me in 19 left. Yes. Yes. And 16 left should be fairly straight. Yes. In free fly, yeah, you can basically start anywhere. There's even like, because this is kind of where I live here, and like every little like city or town has its own like municipal airport that I could take off from, even military bases. So like this one here, I believe there's one out here, Dugway. That's an Air Force base. Dugway is supposedly Area 52, but oh, more frame drop. Cool beans. Cool beans. That's what I like to see. This is the first flight sim I've played, so I'm not really like familiar with how 2020
Salt Lake Tower.
played,
Hazard Hotel Charlie
you know?
Alpha 1014. Ready for south departure at runway 16 left.
Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha.
TAWS system test. Okay.
Sounds good, man. Nothing wrong with making coffee. Let's see here. Everything good? Everything gravy? Sweet. Let's go in here. You can. Kineas, if you scroll all the way up to, I believe, the very first comment in this stream's chat, there's a gentleman by the name of Kineas. I believe about a week and a half ago, roughly, he did a stream with a add-on called, I think it's called like Go Fish, where you can actually go fishing in the game. And he took a small plane that has the ability to take off from water, and you can set it to be on the water, engines off. So you can just spawn out in the middle of the ocean and go fishing. And you can like hop out and walk on water like Jesus. It's pretty entertaining. You should check it out. It's a good stream. I was in there talking to him. He was catching sharks and stuff. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do. Okay. Origin KSLC. Enter. Destination. Okay. Wait. Clear. Okay. Okay, Las Vegas. Insert. Activate. Gravy. It's just that easy. Let's give it the beans. Working brake. Break off. Rotate. Gear up. Somebody is flying a blimp. Taylor. 4717. I bet he's having fun. Autopilot. Take me to 12,000 feet. Flaps off. Auto throttle. Nav mode. Vertical speed, let's... 24 is fine.
Salt Lake Tower. Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014. Frequency change.
Are you gonna turn? It's not turning. Okay, less. Direct 2. Activate. Yes.
Salt Lake approach. Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014 is type the latest PC-24. 3 miles north of Kilo Sierra Victor Romeo, 10,200. Request flight following.
Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014, Salt Lake approach. Squawk 0266.
Squawk 0266. Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014.
Hazard Hotel Charlie.
Roger. Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014.
Okay, we have reached our cruising altitude. Free to remove seat belts. And smoke them if you got them.
Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014, contact Salt Lake approach on 126.25. Good day.
126.25 for Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014.
If anybody's interested, I can definitely play some of my music. No, it's kind of one of those things that people don't like in streams. So I'll always ask. Yeah, so far, my only concern are the network frames still, but sure we'll figure that out at some point. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Glad to have you hanging out. I am going to throw out, hey, Kenius, are you currently in chat? He may not be. It's about the time he puts his maid outfit on and does the dishes and vacuums and stuff like that. Flying to Vegas to lose some money. Milk. Question for you. What is your favorite genre of music? Mm. Mm. Okay, I'm getting a little bored. uh, so that being said, I think I'm gonna play some music to keep my mind busy. I'll keep it at a low volume. You probably won't even hear it.
Chromebird waiting on the tarmac line. Sun coming up and the gears looking fine. Got a cigar glow, got a weather report. Got 3 loud engines and a private escort. The boys at the hangar keep their mouth shut tight. Everybody's got a favor, everybody's got a flight. Fuel in the tanks and cash in the case. Ain't nobody asking questions when you're cruising through the space. Radar watching, tower talking, still I do things my own way. Clouds are here but I ain't stopping, I'm the king of the runway. Flying high over the city lights, black sky, long ride chasing midnight. From the shoreline docks to the mountain snow, everybody knows where the big birds go. Wheels
Oh,
up,
you like this
no
milk?
luck, all skill and nerve. Take what you can, get what you deserve. Flying high where the cold winds play, I'm the king of the runway. Coffee in a paper cup, map on my knee. Whole world's looking smaller from 33. Got a cousin in Reno, got a friend in Des Moines. Everybody's got a story when the pressure points join. Thunder on the horizon, lightning in the dark. But I trust the machine and I trust my mark. Keep it smooth, keep it quiet, keep it under control. That's the kind of reputation that can carry your soul. Flying high over the city lights, black sky, long ride chasing midnight. From the shoreline docks to the mountain snow, everybody knows where the big birds go. Wheels up, no luck, all skill and nerve. Take what you can, get what you deserve. Flying high where the cold winds play, I'm the king of the runway. No sirens up here, no traffic below. Just the hum of the engines and the green dashboard glow. The world keeps turning, the debts get paid, and the clouds part open like a deal that's made. Flying high over the city lights, black sky, long ride chasing midnight. 1,000 miles vanish under my wings. That's the life that the open sky brings. Wheels down someday, but not today. Got another horizon in my way. Flying high where the cold winds play, I'm the king of the runway.
Yeah, that's a good song. I like it. Good stuff. Let me know if you want another one. I can play some more. Can definitely play some more. If you're familiar with Stevie Ray Vaughan, this is one I particularly enjoy. Since I'm bored and I need some kind of background music of some sort. Kind of like a Stevie Ray Vaughan mixed with kind of a synthwave. It's interesting.
Dust on the runway, sunrise glow. King Air humming with the neon flow. Boots on, metal cargo, strap tight, tape saturated, engines warming up for the night. Analog arcs flicker like a desert sign. Guitar harmonics ringing on the dotted line. I throttle up slow with the country grin, cause every crate I haul's got a story within. Chain pumping with the heartbeat thump. Gate snare cracking like a tailgate bump. Brass stabbed hit as the wheels lift free. Quiet hits rising like a prophecy. I'm on the skyline, freight line, running cargo through the nighttime. From the red dirt fields to the neon shine. glide and a break be mine. I'm flying every load till the stars align. Clouds rolled open like a movie scene. Cinematic lift in a glowing green. Auto pilot steady with a retro sway. Boom bap drum swinging in the country way. Take this whispers through the radio call. Crosswind coming, better watch that stall. But I'm cool in the pocket with a pilot's pride. Every crate in the back on a long haul ride. Side chain breathing like a living thing. High hat swinging with a back porch ring. Brass stabs echo in the cabin air. Choir hits shimmer like a southern prayer. I'm on the skyline, freight line, running cargo through the nighttime. From the red dirt fields to the neon shine. I'm a midnight mover on the airline line with the sub-bass glide and a breakbeat mind.
None of the terrain seems to be coming in too well.
Till the stars align.
Looks like crap. We'll work out the bugs eventually.
Silence hits, engines hum alone. A single guitar harmonic, like a dial tone. And the synths swell up, like a rising storm. Retro thunder, in a modern form. On the skyline, freight line, running cargo through the nighttime. The coast like glow to the mountain spine. I'm the neon rider of the airline line with the sub-bass glide and the brake be mine. I'm hauling every dream till the stars align.
Yeah, I wish that terrain would come in a little bit nicer. Looks like poop. Like poopy doop. A lot of that's probably the caching that I'm not able to do, which is unfortunate. Hoping I can figure that out too at some point. Quality of that is terrible. Previous flight looked good, but half of that was over water, so. Yeah, we're over halfway. We have bluegrass fans. Any bluegrass fans out there? Let me just double check some here. Do, 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 do. Wish I could change that. But I am on unlimited bandwidth, so it shouldn't look like complete and utter garbage like that. Not a fan. Have a good night, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate it. Bye. Appreciate you. I'm sure the content will get better over time. I promise. Ah, now the terrain comes in nice. Okay. Sweet.
Chromebird waiting on the tarmac line. Sun coming up and the deal's looking fine. Got a cigar glow, got a weather report. Got 3 loud engines and a private escort. The boys at the hangar keep their mouths shut tight. Everybody's got a favor, everybody's got a flight. Fuel in the tanks and cash in the case. Ain't nobody asking questions when you're cruising through the space. Radar watching, tower talking, still I do things my own way. Clouds ahead, but I ain't stopping. I'm the king of the runway. Flying high over the city lights. Black sky, long ride, chasing midnight.
There we go.
Rolling down the tarmac with a suitcase full of stones. Leather coat flapping like a crow that's been reborn. I ain't no choir angel, but I fly 'em through the night. Politicians made men, sinners hiding from the light. They climb aboard my jet like they're stepping into grace. But every soul I carry's got a shadow on its face. I don't judge the stories, I just keep the engines warm. 'Cause the sky forgives the wicked when the world can't take their form. I wear a jet black halo when I'm rising off the ground. Moving VIPs and secrets where they'll never be found. From the coastlines to the mountains, through the thunder and the cold, I'm the pilot of the quiet, flying fortunes, bought and sold. Got a senator tonight who swears he's clean as winter rain, but his briefcase hums like trouble, trying hard to change its name. Next to him a wise old capo hums a lullaby of sin. Says the sky's the only place a guilty man can breathe again. I lock the cabin door and let the engine start to moan. Every mile a confession, every cloud a stepping stone. They trust me 'cause I'm loyal, they trust me 'cause I'm paid, but mostly 'cause I'm quiet and I keep the deals they've made. I wear a jet black halo when I'm rising off the ground. Moving VIPs and secrets where they'll never be found. From the coastlines to the mountains, through the thunder and the cold, I'm the pilot of the quiet, flying fortunes, bought and sold. Oh, the sky don't lie. Oh, it just lets you fly. Leave your sins below. Let the dark winds blow. One night of frightened kid, the sky's a mirror, shows you who you really are. Then I bank us through the lightning like I'm driving God's own car. We land in some forgotten strip where the desert meets the sea. He steps out with a new name and a chance to finally breathe. I watch him fade to nothing as the sunrise paints the sand. Then I throttle up the engines, got more ghost to move again. I wear a jet black halo when I'm rising off the ground, moving VIPs and secrets where they'll never be found. From the coastlines to the mountains, through the thunder and the cold, I'm the pilot of the quiet, flying fortune, bought and sold. Up here, nobody's clean. Up here, everybody flies.
We will be landing in Las Vegas, Nevada shortly. I do appreciate everybody tuning in, hitting that like, subscribe button. Definitely helps me out, especially on this stream. It's kind of a Linux stream test sort of deal. I've had a few issues. I think a lot of it can be corrected, narrowed down over time. Hope everybody's Monday is going great. Nothing too crazy happening. I do not know what the deal is with the OBS. But there's crazy fluctuations in the bit rate, and I do not have dynamic bit rate enabled. So I don't know. It's kind of a mystery. Get these random network frame drops. Now we got an F-16 coming at us.
Nellis approach. Has a Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014, 11,000.
Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014. Nellis approach. Altimeter 29902. Radar contact. Continue.
Okay, as we approach Las Vegas, we may experience some network frame loss, since that is typical for this stream at the moment. I do apologize for it. We'll work through it in the future. A lot of people flying around here.
My dog really. I mean,
Okay, my apologies. My wife needed assistance for a moment. Happy wife, happy life, as they say. Okay. Here we go. Hoping for the best, expecting the worst.
overspeed, 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 overspeed. $500. Sink rate. Sink rate. Terrain ahead. Pull 100. Sink rate. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Very good.
Las Vegas ground. Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014. Request taxi parking. Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014. Taxi to General Aviation. Parking using taxiway Whiskey Cross, runway 1 left Whiskey Hotel. Taxiing to General Aviation parking via taxiway Whiskey Cross, runway 1 left Whiskey Hotel. Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014. Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014. Hold position. Caution the Cessna citation on the runway. Hold position. Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014. Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014. Continue taxi. Roger. Hazard Hotel Charlie Alpha 1014.
Sweet. Engine shut down. And we made it. Appreciate everybody tuning in, hitting that like and subscribe button as always. Live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3:30 p.m. Mountain Time, every time. And until next time, see you on the next one.
Rolling down the tarmac with a suitcase full of stones. Leather coat flapping like a crow that's been reborn. I ain't no choir angel, but I fly 'em through the night. Politicians made men, sinners hiding from the light. They climb aboard my jet like they're stepping into grace. But every soul I carry's got a shadow on its face. I don't judge the stories, I just keep the engines warm. 'Cause the sky forgives the wicked when the world can't take their form. I wear a jet black halo when I'm rising off the ground, moving VIPs and secrets where they'll never be found. From the coastlines to the mountains, through the thunder and the cold, I'm the pilot of the quiet, flying fortunes, bought and sold. Got a senator tonight who swears he's clean as winter rain, but his briefcase hums like trouble, trying hard to change its name. Next to him a wise old capo hums a lullaby of sin, says the sky's the only place a guilty man can breathe again. I lock the cabin door and let the engine start to moan. Every mile a confession, every cloud a stepping stone. They trust me 'cause I'm loyal, they trust me 'cause I'm paid, but mostly 'cause I'm quiet and I keep the deals they've made. I wear a jet black halo when I'm rising off the ground, moving VIPs and secrets where they'll never be found. From the coastlines to the mountains, through the thunder and the cold, I'm the pilot of the quiet, flying fortunes, bought and sold. Oh, the sky don't lie. Oh, it just lets you fly. Leave your sins below. Let the dark winds blow. One night a frightened rookie sits there trembling in the blue. Says he crossed the wrong man's brother and he doesn't know what to do. I tell him, kid, the sky's a mirror, shows you who you really are. Then I bank us through the lightning like I'm driving God's own car. We land in some forgotten strip where the desert meets the sea. He steps out with a new name and a chance to finally breathe. I watch him fade to nothing as the sunrise paints the sand. Then I throttle up the engines, got more ghosts to move again. I wear a jet black halo when I'm rising off the ground, moving VIPs and secrets where they'll never be found. From the coastlines to the mountains, through the thunder and the cold, I'm the pilot of the quiet, flying fortunes, bought and sold. Up here, nobody's clean. Up here, everybody flies.